Hello, I'm here to talk about my knitting here at Greenhill Woolen Crafts. I have a flock of sheep and I've sheared the sheep, I've washed the wool, carded it and then hand spun it, plied it and dyed it into different colours. So I've made a bobble hat, here you can see all the different colours. I've made a scarf, I've made gloves, and I've got quite a lot of hand spun wool dyed in all the different colours from the sheep. And I have enough now to do the big project of making a jumper, a multicoloured jumper, like Jacob had one made from his father, a multicoloured coat. I hope to make a multicoloured jumper. And the idea is that it's a sustainable project from sheep, where the wool biodegrades naturally and it's a natural product. So that's the plan, to make a jumper. Now, years ago I was knitted this jumper, which is like the standard to aim for. I've made several jumpers myself before, and these are with a crew neckline, and I've just been using a standard sleeve. This jumper has the raglan type sleeve adjoining, and my jumpers have a waistband on them, which is with a missed stitch to make the waistband. This one was in knit one, purl one, and then swapped around the other way round. Purl one, knit one for the waistband, and for the neckband was just doubled over. So these jumpers that I made before were made with the Natural Fibre Company's wool, which is available, which has 150 metres to 100 grams. Now my home ply will vary a little bit, but I think it's of a similar weight, so I'm going to use that ratio to say that it'll knit up the same, which is about 30 centimetres, 30 stitches to 10 centimetres and 18 stitches to 10 centimetres. So using that, I've calculated how many stitches I need to cast on and how to shape the jumper, increasing and decreasing the stitches, how to shape the sleeves, and how to make stripes, because I hope to have the standard colour of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple and indigo, and to have that colour ratio in the sleeves, in the torso, back and front, and so I've got a rough plan made out for my jumper. So this video is just going to be, I haven't started the project yet, other than the planning and getting my materials together in terms of enough hand spun yarn dyed up, ready to go. And so this video will be about starting the project, and my knitting, I have done some hand knitting, but I'm not very fast or proficient. This jumper made for me years ago was hand knitted, and it's of a very good standard. It's a chunky yarn, and this would be considered, my homespun would be considered a chunky yarn. I think this was an acrylic that was made for me. All the jumpers I've made have been pure wool, so that's the plan, to make pure wool and to make a multicoloured stripy jumper. So I have a plan, and I'll be knitting it on a machine because my hand knitting is too slow and not good enough. I tend to have tension issues, and it soon gets into a knot. So I hope to make a video taking you through the process of making a jumper on a zippy 90. So you can see how this is knitting up. There's the brown Jacob waste yarn, and this is the rainbow yarn with different colours of different lengths, making a fairly random colour for the waistband. So I've just completed the front of the jumper, and the home spun yarn is knitted up very nicely, very evenly, and the colours look good and strong and bright. The stitches are a little bit larger than the factory spun natural fibre yarn. These are knitting up at about 14 columns per 10 centimetres, and at about 18 rows per 10 centimetres, whereas this is knitting up at 18 columns per 10 centimetres and 30 rows per 10 centimetres. So it is a bit more of a chunky yarn, but it's a nice attractive finish. So I've completed the front and shaped a neckline and the waist yarn there, and with the shoulders. So I'll carry on and do the back and the sleeves with a better idea of the size of yarn from my homespun. Here is the finished rainbow jumper, made from hand sheared, hand washed, hand carded, hand dyed, implied wool, then knitted up on a zippy 90 knitting machine, weighing in at 824 grams. This is the last project of Greenhill Woolen Crafts. This goes with gloves, hat and the scarf. So, the rainbow jumper.